Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you how to set up, how to optimize, and how to play Princess Peach Showtime, a Switch game, into your PC. So if you have a powerful or a decent enough PC, then you'll be able to play this game as long as you follow all the steps that I'll be showing you in this guide. So first of all, what you need is that you'll need to have a copy of all the 3 files that I've highlighted here in my desktop, and also you will need to install an application called Ryujinx. So for those who don't know, Ryujinx is a Nintendo Switch emulator. It can run any Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of the 3 files here installed in Ryujinx Emulator. So first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get Ryujinx Emulator, and to do this is just you need to open a web browser and just type in Ryujinx Emulator in Google search and hit search, then go to ryujinx.org, click on that, and then click on the Get Started button. And here, you can now choose on which device or system you want to install Ryujinx Emulator. There are installed for Linux. There are 2 actually installed for Linux. And for those who are in Mac, be sure that you are on MacOS 12 or later version in order for you to install Ryujinx Emulator. And for those who are in Windows, just be sure that you are in Windows 10 or 11 to be able to play it. So since I have installed Ryujinx Emulator into my PC and it runs quite well in Windows 11, so I'm just going to skip on this part because the download and installation process for this is really easy to do and is really straightforward, and that anyone could do this. So go ahead, click on it now and download it and install it into your PC. So I'm just going to minimize this. I'm just going to assume that you have already installed Ryujinx Emulator. So go ahead, open Ryujinx Emulator. Your Ryujinx Emulator, if this is your first installation, will not look like mine because it will need some setup and it will need some files to be installed in it to be able to run any Switch game. So what are those files? Those files are the 3 files that I've highlighted here. These are Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. Both should be in version 17.0.1 in order for it to play Princess Peach Showtime. And the game should be in XCI file format so that Ryujinx Emulator will be able to detect and play that game. Now, if you're asking me on how to get all of these files, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console and you homebrew it. Basically, you need to install a custom firmware in it, because if it has a custom firmware, that means that you can have fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on that, then just look for all of the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware into your Nintendo Switch and transfer them into your PC. Now, in order for you to get a game, there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally. Own the physical copy of the game, support the developers by buying their game, and once you've done that, you can now digitally back up that game, dump it up into an XCI or NSB file format just like here. So for those who don't own a Nintendo Switch console but want to try out this game but don't know where to get all these files, all you have to do, guys, is just please do scan this QR code here with your QR code reader into your mobile phone so that you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can visit and get a copy of all these files that I've highlighted here in my desktop. So be sure to check out the entirety of the website and be sure to check out the highlighted files that I've highlighted here in my desktop, and be sure to have a copy of them and then just transfer them to your PC. So let's skip on that part, and I'm going to assume that you have a copy of the files now. Just put them somewhere into your PC. Mine, I have put them in my desktop for you to easily see. So it's time to install them in Ryujinx. So go ahead, open Ryujinx. The next step to do is to go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then open System folder. Then open the keys zip file in the desktop. And if this is your first installation, this folder should be empty, by the way, okay? So let's copy the product keys and title keys, drag and drop or copy and paste them here. Once you're done, close in this. Now, the next step is to install the firmware file of the Switch. And to do this, just go to Tools, Install Firmware from XCI. Click on that, locate on the firmware file, and hit Open. And we'll say that we'll have to install this firmware version. Hit Yes, and hit OK. And you will know the installation is successful because system version 17.0.1 should be labeled here the same as the keys and the firmware. And also, your Switch games now will be detected, and it will show you their game icons. So if you see a game that doesn't have a game icon, that means that you're using an outdated firmware or an outdated key. So be sure to follow the QR code that will put on your screen so that you'll only get the latest files to play Princess Peach Showtime in Ryujinx. Now, for the next step is to optimize your Ryujinx emulator so that there'll be no drifting, no crashes, black screens, or graphical glitches in your playthrough. And to do that is just go to Options, go to Settings, and in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here, okay? So these are my settings for the General tab. Game directories could be anywhere into your PC. This is where you store your games, and it should better be stored in an SSD rather than HDD so that the game will run much faster. Now go to input. Once done, then connect your controller. If you have, just like mine here, I have a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So if you have an Xbox or PlayStation controller, map them here, because the keyboard and mouse is really hassle when playing Switch games. So once you have connected your controller, be sure to map them according to your liking. But the dead zone for both left and right sticks, you should change this to 0.20 so that there'll be no drifting into your playthrough. Once done, go to keyboard and hotkeys. These are just default settings here. Now go to system. You could change the system region, language, time zone, and system time to whatever you like, because if you want to progress some games or progress it much faster and change the dates, you can change it here. Once you're done, go to CPU. Here are simple settings, so be sure to copy them. Now go to graphics, the most important part of settings in Ryujinx, so be sure to copy everything. So graphics, backend API should be in Vulkan setting, and your preferred GPU, you should have a dedicated graphics card. And in the features and enhancements, you should enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Resolution scale is set in 2x resolution so that the game will look sharper and much more beautiful than the native resolution of the Switch. But if your PC cannot handle that, then just revert back into the native resolution, which is the base resolution of such 720p and 1080p. And once you have copied every setting that you see here, now go to audio, really simple settings. Once done, go to network. If you want to play one of these games into your via online, then you can change the settings here so you can be able to play that online now. Once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryujinx Emulator is now fully optimized to run and play any Nintendo Switch games that has been released and to be released, such as the latest Princess Peach Showtime. So a little bit of disclaimer, I'll not be able to show you guys the gameplay of this game running into my PC because we all know how strict Nintendo is, and they have shown on how strict they are, especially for the Nintendo Switch emulation scene, because they have now taken down the first Nintendo Switch emulator, the most popular one, which is Yuzu Emulator. So I don't want that to happen into my channel and into my videos. That's why I won't show you any gameplay at all. But as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you guys, then you'll be able to play Princess Peach Showtime in Ryujinx Emulator with no issues at all. So just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer all of them. If you have some questions regarding the installation process and having troubles and problems with it, leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. So please subscribe to my channel. This will help me out. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye for now.